What's up, guys? All right, so let's do this. All right, I wasn't really planning to go live for you guys, but I mean this isn't a live, but you know what the fuck I mean. Meanwhile, Guns N' Roses shirt, little bit of a belly at the moment. It's just the nature of the game. But yeah, that's enough of that shit. And let's get serious. So, what's the story for today? Today's video is going to be AI is here now. What? I spoke to my members, so I run SRB Crypto. I mean, if you don't know who I am, my name's Stephen Ronald Bell. I know we're worth over 10M. I would say closer to 20, 15 to 20 million range. It's hard because I'm heavily invested in crypto. But yeah, I'm from essentially, I had a hard life. I would say that I'm from the streets. I've made millions and millions of dollars in crypto. I've been investing in tech or crypto since 2015. I was investing in Bitcoin in 2015. I got introduced to it by someone that is now a billionaire, and they introduced me to the sector when it was early. I was buying it at $800. I was buying Ethereum in the tens of dollars range. You know, I was buying Ethereum under $100. And yeah, I've made, millions and millions of dollars in crypto. I used to run a fund. We made millions and millionaires in that fund as well. Made amazing returns 2017 to 2018. And yeah, so what I come to you guys now is essentially everything that I've said about AI and I've said about tech has arrived. And it's not arrived in that it's we're down to the end of era of it, but we're moving down the funnel and it's actually extrapolating. So meaning it's also moving faster than I had ever expected. That's for real. I hope you guys are ready that you're witnessing the final cycle. See, as I said, I had a chat with SRB crypto members today. I had a chat with some of the TCM guys yesterday, and I'll be straight up. Some guys are starting to worry. Like some guys are, got my RM here. Some guys are starting to worry about that space. Like they're starting to worry about essentially the AI advancement. I was talking to a guy in the group, and he's in cybersecurity. And he said that he's amazed at how quickly their job is somewhat being damaged already. And he studied to do that position, and he's very good at his job. But essentially, the tech and the coding is getting better. That's it. Like the AI itself, the tools are getting better already, and the tools are not that they'll replace everyone. See, I hope that you would understand that we have Musk, we have Altman. They're doing UBI pilots, which is universal basic income, and essentially these ideas of lockdowns and things. That's because they have to keep people contained, because some of the people are not going to be needed into the future. Some people are going to be on a social credit UBI system to contain them. They need that, because some people are going to lose their job. So understand that the purpose of SRB crypto is that essentially we're to get ahead of this as we can. I've had some amazing calls in that market for crypto, and now also I will have amazing calls in the AI space. One of the calls was by Tesla at 140, 170 during all of this FUD, all of this, Musk is in trouble and it's going to, Tesla sucks now for some reason. And then it crashed to we had a period at 140 and 170, and we bought pretty much the exact bottom. I just sold some of my allocation because it was almost a 3x for me. That's the 3x on an unlimited amount of money. I put 200K in. So for me, it's a good return. I probably made $400K. So that's this really off one trade, right? But again, you had to have the weight to put in. But on a position like that, you can be quite sure. I told you guys it was a generational buying opportunity. I told my members. I put in the free Telegram also that it was a good buying opportunity when it was 240. So even if they listen in the free chat, they're up 70, 80%. I've been telling guys since literally 15.9 that Bitcoin had bottom. That was the bottom of the wick. You can check my Telegram free channel to see. I've been telling guys this whole way through the calls. I said 80K would hold. Other group leaders were telling people to get out of Ethereum at 1,500. Now it's 4,200. I told you guys that Ethereum would cross 5K before the end of the year. Ethereum wasn't even 2K. I made a video. I said I'll give one person 10K if it doesn't happen. That's how sure I am. Because I'm full of conviction. Because again, I've been in this market for a very long time. I've been telling you guys, I've been reading this market just reading it like a fucking book, playing it like a fucking fiddle. That's it. I've been I've made millions of dollars, but I'm already rich enough where it doesn't matter as much how much I make. I'm more interested that you guys make money as well. You guys have to secure your bloodline in this run. I'm telling you guys again that you have till 2028 to 2030 to make it. And I'm not meaning make it and that it's all over for you if you don't do it. But you have to get this fucking cycle right. Like I tell you guys again and again and again. I've been writing you guys on this for like 2-3 years. If you check the chat, if you check my last videos, I was talking about crypto 2 years ago, telling you guys to get in the fucking market, and people were looking at me being like, "You're a scammer. You're a crypto scammer." I was worth fucking $10 million when I turned that video on. I was already rich. I wasn't fucking scamming. I didn't even have a product at that point to sell. I'm the only one that stands there and tells you guys the direction. I didn't tell you guys, oh yeah, it can go up or down, or this will happen and that'll happen. I'm 10 steps ahead of fucking reality as it is. And I'm telling you guys, AI is not just a problem for you. It's a problem that if you don't ride this sector, see, a lot of you won't invest in the sector, but you'll arrive in time to have your job damaged by the sector. So you'll miss all of that upside, and then you'll get the downside later. Universal basic income is coming. I have a product, Crypto Mine, that will come to see up, but I believe that has a space in such a sector of the developments into the future for not just AI, but essentially something for people to do in that sort of a space. You can mine crypto essentially with your mind. You can perform computational tasks. It's an EEG setup at the moment, but as BCI units get better, it'll be more connections. So it'll be a better computer. It'll be able to do much more than it can currently. But essentially, it tracks your brain activity data, and the data is where the value is. But again, these are ideas and these are concepts that you come to understand a few years from now. They're quite early now, but you have to get AI investments right. I've told you guys, and I've said it again, and I'll say it one more time, that you guys have to get the AI sector space right in crypto, because crypto is going to be the area where they're going to be able to get allocations in. Like the normies, they can't get in XAI. Like you can't get in these like AI companies, Open AI, you probably haven't been able to get in. It's mostly family and friends. XAI, it's mostly family and friends. It's not publicly traded, really. Some people can sell their early shares on very centralized platforms where you don't actually take custody of the shares. But a lot of those you don't have access to them, so it's problematic. And then I believe that means that normies eventually they'll go into the future and they'll have their Anthropics and things like that, but they won't want to invest in these companies that are worth hundreds of billions. Like you don't want to invest in Nvidia at 2 or 3 trillion. You don't want to invest in Intel. You don't want to invest in Oracle. These prices that they're at. I mean, they can be good long-term holds in that they can do well over the term. They can perform like a Magnificent Seven idea. But you want to be in the big multipliers, because you don't realize this bull run on speculation that's coming. There's a bull run on speculative assets that will eclipse 2017 coming, because average person knows that they don't have any options other than this. This is the last hurrah. Everyone's never been poorer. Everyone's never been kind of more desperate. People haven't been more of a lottery ticket idea. And now you have a big shiny thing in AI. People don't know what it is. Like people don't know what they're investing in. People will just invest in a basket of currencies that will eventually be a basket ETF product, but also a basket in the altcoin space. Altcoins that get listed whenever AI arrives, all of these big funds will drop all of their best AI projects, and valuations will get crazy. The AI space in crypto will go to 500 billion to $1 trillion. It's like 50 billion now, or 40 billion or something. Maybe more than $1 trillion. Like the AI sector in crypto can go to like 2 trillion. You have no idea what's coming for that space, the amount of capital. And it's not that the projects are good in crypto because they'd be shit, like most of them. Mine will, of course, be different because it actually generates revenue. It's not a ghost chain. It's a revenue generating company. Like it actually makes money. So, and it can run things and get studies and actually get sponsors and get partners that actually use it. I'll be able to make my own headsets. So it's a patented tech. It's not just a chain. It's a ghost chain and it's a shit coin. It's an actual company, generates revenue. So it's different. You can actually value it. It's more like a stock, but it's going to be in crypto just because it's a way to get immediate monetization. You don't have to deal with as much oversight. With fiat, there's a lot more oversight. There's a lot more KYC, a lot more. You can't get away with like a verifiable, like a simple KYC. You need more in depth. But Crypto Mine will be amazing when it's out. I'm actually building another product as well, and you'll come to see what that is when it's done. That'll be done before the end of the year, that product. But so in Crypto Mine, we'll have a MVP at the end of the year, but it won't be until Q1 that really it's starting to get hot, that specific product. But there's more to it. There's an app. There's a lot going on. It's a physical technology. It's a lot more happening. But essentially, so what it is to come with AI and crypto, you will get access, or the normies will get access through AI tokens online. not because they're great or not because they're going to change the world or all of these things, but because they want access. Similar to what happened during the dot com, they just wanted to buy anything. Like people don't know what they're investing in. They just buy and they see it goes up and they buy and they see it goes up. Similar to the Isaac Newton story where he bought the South Sea bubble and then he essentially bought, it went up, the bubble chart went up. He bought a little bit more, went up. He sells. I'm happy here. I'm out. It goes up again, goes up and he sees others getting rich. And then he enters with everything. And then the price drops again because the South Sea bubble was its fact that it had failed. So that's the idea, and that will be a thing that happens after this 2028, 2030. There will be if not a recession, a depression that will hit everything. It will be a depression. Will be a complete separation of the middle class and the higher class. You'll either be a higher class, not an elite, but a higher class, or you'll be a brokey. That's it. Like you need to fucking figure it out. There's going to be no middle class. Can't you see the asset slips between the middle class now to the higher ends? The middle class is dying, and this idea will kill the middle class. Middle class who party and fuck around and goof off this during the next 5 years will be in the slave class. You'll be on UBI. If you're not on UBI in the beginning, you'll be on a UBI subsidy, and then you'll be on it closer and closer into UBI concept. Because guys are like, oh, but I'm a tradie, I'm protected. But they have a lot of people that will work for less, and they can learn your job in 1 or 2 years. And then they'll be able to work for less. They won't do as good of a job as you, yes, but they'll work for less money. They'll have AI tools and different products, the stuff that it's easier to learn that job because they can just cheat. Like during the tests and things, they have AI, AI can help with the exams and all other crap. Those things, you can have a foreman that's just running, instead of running 10 people who are good, he can run 12 or 14 goofballs. And of course, the quality of everything will go down. And build out and things like that, but the building is a lot simpler than it used to be. Like building and all the tools and the tech have helped. Assembly is not the same as it used to be. Those sort of things, not as difficult. So they'll be fucked off, and that's what I mean for you guys. You have to get this cycle right. That's what I teach in SRB Crypto. I teach you guys in TCM as well. I teach you guys not to be fearful though. Like I teach you guys that there's nothing to be afraid of. Like this, you need to be afraid if you're lazy. Like if you fuck around till 2030 and then you'll wake up and be like, wow, he wasn't kidding. Like I missed that 10 to 50x to 100x growth potential. I could have built something that could have been acquired for a massive amount of capital. And now I wish I could turn back the clock. I want to be serious. Like I want to get serious now. It's too late. Like you can't get serious at that point. 2028, 2030. You got Arthur Hayes coming out saying he predicts a $3 million Bitcoin in 2028. You look in and you're like, he must be just LARPing, but he's not LARPing. I predict, $1 million or 700 or 800K or $1 million, but a 3 million is not that big of a push. You think the guys buying today on debt are buying to sell because you only know how little guys sell. They've made their money and then they want to sell. Big guys like they do with their stocks and equities, and housing, they just loan against it. As they will with Bitcoin, they'll just take loan in Bitcoin and then essentially get their return in Bitcoin and just sell their dividend. They'll loan in Solana and get their 5 or 6%, staking. Same with Ethereum, they get their 4 or 5%. And then they're just like, I just sell my dividend. That's all that they know. They don't buy assets. They're not buying it. They're buying to control pieces of infrastructure on the chain. And that's it. It's a different buyer. And retail aren't here. And you're sitting there waiting for them to come. By my token, I think that there's a 50-50 chance we top in before the first half of next year. But there's also a real chance that we don't top till 2027, 2028. They continue accumulating on debt. And then we get just a very, very, very strong run. It can really happen. Like that can be a real thing. There's a world where you're looking at 20 or 30K Ethereum. And it's not really that far off. It's not. The whole game has changed. And of course, you have you would get your good return on Ethereum, but the higher beta plays would multiples more than that. You can't fuck it up. You need to take 5 or 10K. I don't care how broke you are. You need to take your money and then be like, I have an investment here that I'm not going to touch till 2028, till 2030. I'm not going to be a trader or some other crap. I'm going to have a long-term position, a long-term portfolio, because I know they can wash me out on these drops. We can fall 20 or 30% really at any time, as we always have all bull markets. Bull market climbs a wall of worry. But the cost of being wrong is very we fucking 180 degrees wrong. Whereas the cost of, oh, I sold, I bought and I held some sort of a drawdown, you'll be fine. Time will bail you out. This is the beginning of the Fed printing. The beginning is we're on the launch pad or we're parked on the runway in the plane. We got our bags, we're sitting down, the engine is revving, and we think, yep, this is the one, we're going to take off. And then they're like, no, it's just a test. The engines are revving again. Yep, this is the one. It's just a test. And now it is just a test of your endurance. You just got to wait. Like, you got to wait, but you don't want to be out of this market. Like, really, you don't. I've been telling you guys for a very long time that you don't want to fuck this cycle up, and you don't want to fuck this cycle up. This is a cycle where Solana is at least for $420 to $500, but for Solana, very likely runs $1,000 next year. Solana can run like a few thousand by 2028. Like, that's not a push. You hadn't studied the .com. We're in a .com again for AI. It's coming. That's for real. The AI space, though, it will be bigger. Because the .com, you got to remember, it was very hard to get access to .com stuff because it wasn't global. It was very hard to buy like stocks back then. It's not like it is now. It's a lot easier. And people will be like, oh, but there's not as much money in retail. Retail doesn't matter. This is a debt run. This will be a big debt run on debt. Because I think a lot of the big guys know that they're taking on debt because the old system is going to fail. So they know that if they stack on debt, that the debt will be if not erased, but something will happen where it likely gets put on taxpayers as well. So they'll just run the assets up. Something will collapse in the debt market. And then they'll essentially be in the new system and you'll be in the old system and you'll have to pay their debt because a lot of things will fail by 2028 or 2030 for real. Own nothing and be happy. They already told you to play. So that's it. I'm here to tell you guys that it's serious. If you're in SRB crypto or if you're in TCM, the Complete Man, 2 products that I run, we talk about what we're investing in, what to do and how to get around it, how to manage it as best we can. I'm building 2 companies around it. Guys in SRB crypto and even TCM, although they'll get less, we'll get allocation in my crypto mine product. So again, it can be life changing. I believe that crypto mine, I can run it to $100 million company with not really much problems. It's a massive technology and I own the patent on it. So that's the idea. That's the thing. You can't fuck it up this run, and that's it. I come to you I'm just come to you to tell you the truth. Can't fuck up AI. AI is not being a doofus with these tools and a bunch of bullshit. AI is investing in the infrastructure. You have to invest in this infrastructure because you don't know how high AI can go. They can run 80, 90% taxes on AI profits and it can soak the whole everything up. Bitcoin's another. Bitcoin-backed bonds are coming. That can eat all the financial market. See, you can understand gold at 25 trillion now. And you think, oh, yeah, but you can't understand gold by 2030 will be 10K or close. And that'll be, what, 60, 70, 80 trillion, $70 trillion asset class or more. And then you think, oh, Bitcoin can't possibly get to 20 trillion. That's inevitable. Like, that'll be $1 million a coin. This cycle or this run, the market cap will cross 10 trillion on the global, like on the full market cap. If we get a proper massive top, like, it runs till 2027 or 2028, that sector will be 20 trillion or more for crypto, for real. You're not fucking ready for what's to come. Like, you're not. I've been telling you guys again 2 years, this is the big one. Don't fuck it up. Till next time, from the GOAT.